and we won't even remember this. We won't even remember this. 6 months from now, I'll be back here gardening, talking about how beautiful it is back here.
I'm so thankful for you and Mary Carl that have these attitudes that I just don't have.
What's going on, y'all? Jason over here at Cog Hill Farm, and I got to show you guys something before we go do what needs to be done today, and that is this right here. A mum called Ryan's Pink. Y'all hear the hummingbirds? Hey, buddy. He won't sit still long enough, kind of like me. I mean, look at this thing right here. Absolutely beautiful. And it's starting to bloom, but it's going to put on a show here in the next few days and continue for a good little bit here in the fall. And I absolutely love this. Now, this is a mum that will come back every year, or depending on where you live, it could be a constant evergreen as well. Love this mum. All right, enough of this beautiful, beautiful flower we got here. Let me show you what we are about to try and see if it's gonna work. Y'all know that we just put up the front fence to the Alabama potager garden. And hey, Tuck Tuck, what you doing, girl? Huh? What's going on, Tuck Tuck? But we just got finished with the front fence of the Alabama potager garden, and we put up that beautiful wrought iron gate. Now it's time to start working on this back fencing right here. And like I explained in the last video, not quite for sure how hard this is gonna be. If it's gonna be extremely difficult, we may have to regroup on some things, but there's really only one way to find out, and that is to start drilling holes. This ground, I got a feeling, is gonna be incredibly hard because this is the house pad area. That's why this ground's so hard around where the house is, because Mr. Greg had to build this up and pack it really, really hard for us to get the house built here. And so he stripped away a lot of the topsoil, and our ground is already naturally hard and compact and full of gravel anyways. All we can do is just give it a shot and see what happens, and that's what we're about to do. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a little test run here. We got 5 posts that run right through here, and so we're gonna see if it's easy to dig. Well, I say easy, I know it's not gonna be easy to dig, but if the tractor can dig it out. We're right through here first. So we're gonna give it a shot and see how it goes. If it goes smoothly, we may continue on. I do have one little water line through here that I installed myself, and I got the water cut off. It goes to the greenhouse. I'm fairly certain we're not gonna hit it, but if we do, I'll just fix it. It's no big deal. All right, I think that's my cue that we're ready. We should be good with the string. Matter of fact, you can come back some more. All right.
That good?
Yeah. That ain't a good sign. You can stop. All right. Yeah. That's good. All right, that one at first wasn't gonna go, but it ended up working, so we got one. And it really wasn't that bad. Yeah, it needs to come back just a hair. It's on the ground. All right, drop it. Yeah, but hang on, don't cut it on. just all gravel. I mean, that's all it is. It ain't going no deeper. We're gonna have to get it out. It's just spinning. It's just, it ain't going, moving. About 16 inches.
Might be okay if we put a lot of concrete in it.
And I ain't dug it out either. All right, that one did not go quite as well. But I haven't tried to dig it out either with the post hole digger, so maybe I can get it. It's about 16 inches. We want to be at least 24. And yeah, this is what I thought was gonna happen. Oh goodness. All right, so the first hole is deep enough. The second hole is not quite deep enough. And the third hole isn't nothing. So we're gonna try water and see what happens. We're gonna have to let it sit for a minute though. I would.
You made me realize that, babe, you ain't no good for me. I can't be with you, you can't be true.
All right, here we sit. These two holes are, I don't know, 8 inches about far as it went. And you can see, I don't know how long we've been waiting, but the water's just still sitting. It's not moved. That's how compacted the soil is. The water's just sitting in these holes. So we got one that's good. This one is about 8 inches short, and these are about 8 inches deep. So that's not a good ratio right there. And we got 33 of these to do. And we've only got one out of 33 to go so far. Well, so far. All right, while we wait for paint to dry over here, we're gonna try another hole and see how it goes. Fingers crossed, y'all. Fingers crossed. Y'all remember, we got a new tip. And look, that's as far as it's gonna go. Right there.
I'm not one to give up, but I give up.
Yeah, I mean, it's gotten worse. So the first one went down. This one went down about 75%. This one went down about 50%. This one was about 40, and this one was like 2
Inches.
I mean, and the water we're still waiting on the water to drain. I mean, that's how compact the soil is. I mean, the water has not moved, and it's been 15 minutes. Look at that.
These holes were partially under landscape mat.
Yeah.
So that probably helped a little bit of moisture go down.
Oh, I know it.
Versus this one in the blazing sun.
Yeah.
And no amount of shade.
Well, I said earlier, we're not going to kill ourselves trying to get it in the ground. We're just not.
Well, I mean.
And I can't hand dig them. I just can't hand dig 33 holes for sure.
Not when it's that hard.
No.
Not when it's that hard. And it's a new tip on the auger.
Yep, new tip on auger.
So that's definitely not the problem. So what's the next solution, Justin?
I've discussed it in the last few videos that we have already gotten a price on chain link fence, black chain link fence. I talked to Tracy at Just Dig It Farm and some other people prior to us trying to get this fence built back here to do that. And that might be what we're about to do. I mean, we got it right there. And it looks perfectly fine. And you know, like me and Tracy discussed, Tracy said it's not going to look bad, and you can always grow plants right there, you know, with it.
Well, it wasn't our first choice, but we knew that this was a possibility.
Yes,
I'm just glad we don't have 33 posts sitting here with 60-pound bags of concrete.
Right.
It's not going to work.
No.
The water's still sitting.
Yeah, the water's still sitting. It hadn't moved.
I don't know how long it'll even take him to schedule us, and
Yeah, we don't have a clue.
but they will use like our pounder.
Yeah, they would.
Which we could use the pounder to put T-post back here, and it probably worked, but we don't want to do that.
Well, we still T-post, yeah, but then you got to turn around. If we put T-post in, the support's going to be on the corner, so we'd have to do the H-post setup to pull wire back here.
And that's not going to work right here, and it's
right.
I mean, it may work down there, but it's not going to work right here.
It's 3 holes in each corner. One in a corner, one on that side, and one on this side. So we still have to dig 3 holes. So that'd be 3, 6. Got a gate right here. So it'll be
8.
That's 8, 10, 13, and then down there on the corner would be 15. So you still have to try to dig 15 holes. Which we are, I mean, even if we counted this one, you know, we're 2 for 5 right now, and it don't look good. It does not look good at all.
I honestly thought we could dig it.
I did too. I even said in the last video.
Do you remember what size gates I
Used to 2 12s.
2 12s.
But I don't think we need 2 12s. But regardless, that's not going to affect anything that much. But I do think probably either a 10 or 12 here, and on that other side, it don't have to be a 12. You know what I mean?
Right.
Hey, but you know what? It's not the end of the world at all.
No, it's not. It could have been a lot worse. We could have had material sitting here, and
It
then
is
figure out
not.
we couldn't dig it.
It is not the end of the world, and we'll get us a fence back here, and we'll make it look beautiful, and we won't even remember this. We won't. We won't even remember this. 6 months from now, I'll be back here gardening, talking about how beautiful it is back here.
I'm so thankful for you and Mary Carl that have these attitudes that I just don't have. So positive, so, you know, look at the big picture.
That's right.
Don't sweat the small stuff.
Don't sweat the small stuff. It's just a fence.
Well, I guess I got a phone call to make.
Yeah, make the phone call.
Get us on the schedule, buddy.
That's right.
We just got to figure out what size gate.
Yeah, we need to go look over there and see. All right, so Brooke did just call the fence company, and they're going to be here next week. So the backyard garden space that's one of the biggest things that needs to be done back here, and it's going to get done a lot quicker than we anticipated. Am I a little disappointed? Yeah, I am, but at the same time, I'm also happy and glad that we're going to get a fence back here, and it's not going to be that bad. I know some may be asking, why don't we pay somebody to put in the wooden fence like we put in the front up there? And y'all, we've already been this route with fencing. We called a few people about putting in the pasture fencing when all that was going on. And we made, I think it was 5 phone calls, and not a single person returned our call except one. And then the price they gave us to do, oh gosh, to do, we'd already done that one side, maybe 2 sides of Moody and Mildred's fencing, was unbelievable. And then they said it would be, I don't know, it was like something crazy, 6 weeks before they could get over here and get started on it. So we done been that route with somebody putting in a wire fence with wood and all that. We've been that route. So I don't see that changing. And that wasn't that long ago, you know. So again, it is a little disappointing, but at the same time, it's really not. It's really not. This is going to be perfectly fine. It's going to look beautiful. We'll have planting beds, roses, vines. It's going to be gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. I'm not worried about it in the least. Hey, Peaches. Hey, I was gonna tell you that the fence project in the back, it is not gonna work. Okay, it's just not gonna work. And so, you know, we talked about we got a estimate on the black chain link fence in the back, and you kind of gave us the nod. I was gonna tell you, you know, we just letting you know that you said it was within the budget, the farm budget, that we could do it. And I'm just letting you know we're gonna go ahead with it. Matter of fact, they're gonna come next week, so it's gonna be done pretty quick. But I was just letting you know, I don't want them guys to get over here and you get stingy with the checkbook, okay? But anyways, you finish your nap up and everything, and I'll get out your hair. I think me and Mom are gonna till up a garden plot and get it ready, and put in some drip irrigation if we can. But and anyways, you have a great day, and don't let this whole fencing thing, hinder, what me and you talked about, that quarter raise, okay? All right, you be good now. Hey, Snow White, hey, keep your ears open and let me know if you hear anything about that quarter raise, okay? All right, you and your dwarfs, y'all have a great day. All right, since this didn't go too well, you help me in the garden.
I will.
It's really nothing major. I just want to till that one plot up,
Okay.
and get the tarp put on it, because weeds are starting to take over.
I noticed that. You know, I pass through there when I go to see about my chickens, and I've noticed how much grass and weeds really have taken hold in that bed just that quick.
Very quick.
But yet where the chickens are,
yeah, it's clean.
It's clean.
Yeah, and the chickens just left out of there.
They just left out of there.
Mm-hmm.
And they've already done a number on their new area.
Mm-hmm.
So we got to be making plans about where they're going next too.
Okay. All right, let's go get the tiller put on. Y'all, I came down here to help get the tiller installed, and look who just showed up. Yeah. Miss Pink. What's going on, Pinky Pinky? What you doing there, Pinky Pinky? Glad to see you today, baby. Yeah. So glad to see you today, Pink Pink. Yeah, I am. Yeah. All right, I gotta get a tiller put on, girl. You wanna help me? You wanna help me? I bet you could. I bet you could. Yeah. Oh, I love you, girl. Goodness gracious.
Hey, you want to take the half shaft?
Yeah. There you go. We're gonna get something done today, y'all. We ain't gonna let this day waste away at all.
Before we get started,
What?
I want to drive along and put all the blocks and the sandbags in the bucket.
Okay.
And get the lawnmower and cut that side.
Okay.
Because if we put that tarp down, I can't get close to it.
Okay, that's good.
And it's going to look so ugly all winter. Right?
That's right. We'll get it. You're right, though. You're right. I said, I think I got enough space to cut grass here, but we're going to get it, though. What you say?
I have to look at this all winter. I'm not going to be happy.
Feel better?
I feel better.
Good.
I just...
You don't want to look at that all winter.
No.
I don't blame you.
No. Every time I look at it, I would say, if we just would have moved those blocks, we wouldn't have this weed situation. Well, you can't tell me it doesn't look better.
It looks better.
Especially when we get the tarp down. That'd be sticking up on each side.
It would.
No.
It would.
No.
Till that thing.
Not now. Which way?
It don't matter. Just whatever's easier. y'all to see this soil. It didn't look like this when we first got out here. Some of y'all remember. But running our chickens through here, and plus y'all remember we had Moody and the goats out here one time. But running the chickens through our garden plots and planting cover crops in between garden seasons, I mean, it is really, really, really looking fabulous. It's gonna get better too. I want it a little bit darker than that, but it's gonna get there. Gonna get there. You ready to put the tarp on?
You asked me if I was ready, and I was in deep thought about chickens.
I said chickens, and that messed you up.
Yeah.
Got you sidetracked.
It did.
Oh my gracious. All right, got that done. I'm glad to get that knocked out. And you guys remember, we love to tarp. It acts like a cover crop. It's gonna help with weed suppression. It's gonna help with compaction, and it will help with erosion. The only difference is I'm not gonna get any nutrients or compost or green manure like a cover crop will give me. But this will keep my ground covered, because Mother Nature does not like bare ground until we get our fall winter cover crop planted in this plot. I love tarping. I tell you guys that all the time. I love it. It's so easy, quick, and it does an amazing job in your garden. Whoa, Big Cheese. What's up, buddy? Hey. Hey, you want to tell everybody? You want to tell them? Tell them, boy, y'all be good. Hey, girls. Hey, Opal. Hey, everybody.